Hi everybody, Jesse Fewell here, challenging you to sign up for Certified Scaled Agilist. A 2-day workshop walking you through how to achieve agility in large environments. You know, the problem with large organizations today is that we're just stuck. And when we're stuck, it tends to be because we're in analysis paralysis, because we've got all of these executive expectations and we have to have everything perfectly laid out, and if the stakes are just too high, and oh, by the way, we've got these other programs that half of our people are working on multiple programs at the same time, and we got different rules and bureaucracies, and it's just like, ugh. And then we hear this buzzword, Agile will save the world. Agile will free us. It will free us from ourselves. And it sounds great in the beginning, but when you dig into it, you start hearing a lot of this Agile conversation is based on the idea of small, self-organizing teams. And that's great for a startup. But where I work at a large corporation or a large government agency, that sounds like a square peg in a round hole. And so we've got a problem here of how do we achieve agility at scale. Now, I've had the benefit and the opportunity, the privilege of working with several large organizations across the globe, and have collected a lot of perspectives on this. I've even had the opportunity to help bring Agile methods to the project management world and the project management community through a certification, a standard, and a community. And also I've had the privilege of being an expat living in India for a couple of years and working in several countries all across the world. I even wrote a little bit of a book about it. And what I've come to find is that the answer to this scaling situation is a principle of balance. Because on one end, we have this Agile concept, this Agile value of autonomy, that we want to empower these teams to innovate and collaborate, to leverage the talent that we've had, that we've constrained with all these rules. We want to unleash what they've got to offer. But if we do that, we also want to achieve some simplicity at the organizational level. Because if we let these guys be autonomous too much, too often, they might self-organize away from each other. And so we've got to create some kind of structure, some kind of simplicity, to where at an organizational level we're all on the same page. No matter how many hundreds of people we've got working on the same initiative, we've got to be aligned. And so how do we do that? Because these are competing principles, and what we're going to do in this 2-day workshop is we're going to run through a specific program to achieve just that. The program, the Scaled Agile Framework. The Scaled Agile Framework is a collection, it's an inventory of best practices from the Agile community that have been curated and documented over the last several years. And it's now your turn to learn them. In this program, we're going to be walking through 4 organizational levels at the portfolio level, talking about governance and how do we make investment decisions, talking about at the business unit, how do we focus on a vertical vertical outputs for our business unit, and then at the program level, our job is to execute. And if we're going to execute, we've got to figure out, what are the major milestones, and how do we create alignment across everyone in our program who which is constructed of small self-organizing teams. And so there's a series of techniques that we're going to walk through in this program in order to get a sense of how traditional project management fits in, and organizational expectations and organizational design development fits in, and how does this dynamic of global distributed remote teams work in, and all of this conversation we're going to have in this 2-day workshop. Now, in addition to getting the program that helps us with the principles to solve the problem, you're also going to get some perks. You like the alliteration there? Some perks. And that is, we're going to have a lot of fun. We do not want to have a death by PowerPoint workshop. No, ew, disgusting. Yeah, let's actually roll up our sleeves and have some conversations with each other. We're gonna do some case studies. We're gonna walk through some simulations to get a sense of what does it feel like to collaborate at scale in these large environments. And so we're gonna be doing that leading up to the certification, the Scaled Agilist, which will give you some recognition that you've been through this program, that you've been exposed to some of these difficult, paradoxical issues at hand. This is not an easy program. This is not an easy class. Recommending that you actually do have some exposure to Agile methods before you come into here, because this is going to get at a very strategic organizational design level of conversation. But if you come, you're going to get some real eye-opening conversations happening. So that's what we can expect at the 2-day workshop, Certified Scaled Agilist. I really hope to see you there.
Yeah, I love Jesse's style. He's really fun, he's high energy, he has a great sense of humor, but with that he also had knowledge that he drew from, and you could tell he was drawing from several different sources, and he would pull things out when it was necessary. I also like the fact that he interacted with us and adjusted what he was teaching based on what we were interested in. He had an agile style of teaching, so it was great.